I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a Super Cruise. '22 Cadillac Escalade.
Platinum with Super Cruise.
Finally, we're testing one out. This video is just to test out Super Cruise, so we're hopping on the 407, the rich people highway. It was plowed right away in the snowstorm, and I am going to click Super Cruise. Will it work? It does. Perfectly, right? Oh, let me get down to the speed limit. Even though we're on the 407.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do this whole review in Super Cruise.
So the intention of this review is to actually try out Super Cruise because it's been a joke for us that we haven't tried Super Cruise for the last like 5 years or however long it's been out.
We wanna find out if it's better than Hyundai, Kia Genesis, Highway Driving Assist, which we think is some of the best, and the Tesla, which was also really good.
So if you don't know what Super Cruise is, Yuri does not have to have his hands on the wheel.
As long as I'm looking forward, it has a camera to look at me, and as long as you're on a pre-recorded highway that they go through North America and do, how many miles of...
The original was over 130,000 miles, and they've added routes since then. However, they have not added anything in Ontario where we live.
Okay, and is all of Ontario mapped out for Super Cruise?
No, so I had to look at the map. There are some sections that are actually missing on normal highways, including the 407, so we may eventually get to that. Hopefully we don't. Actually, hopefully we do, so we can see what happens. The 401's missing sections, the QEW's missing sections, the Gardiner's missing sections. That's because everything's always under construction in Southern Ontario.
So my initial thoughts so far, it is working great. I'm staying in my lane. It's keeping my speed nice. And I'm going to show you a quick lane change when the car next to me is gone.
Put it on right now because it'll detect that car. Looking for an opening, changing lanes. Auto lane changing. But other cars have that, like Mercedes and stuff.
Okay, but I've not experienced this where if I go to my settings, vehicle, Super Cruise, turn signal activated, automatic. Look, I'm chilling here.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I'm chilling here. Check this out.
What's it gonna do?
This crazy Knight Rider car is just gonna start turning into the left lane without me doing anything.
Why is it gonna go to the left lane?
I don't know, that's just what it did. I'll get out of this menu and eventually it'll turn into the left lane.
Okay.
I didn't tell it to change lanes there, but it just changed lanes for me.
So to know that Super Cruise is actually activated, there's a couple different things that tell you. So on your gauge display, there's actually a steering wheel icon that is green. And then on your steering wheel, it's finally illuminated green.
Yeah, and then if we can change our thing to an AR camera, and then we can see the front while doing Super Cruise, and it's all down there at the bottom. And it does have normal, not radar cruise, adaptive cruise.
Yes.
But with lane departure. And the lane departure isn't good. It'll just pull you out after you've gone too far, which kind of sucks. Where Hyundai, Kia Genesis, if you're using Highway Driving Assist and the Highway Driving Assist isn't available, it'll go to the regular lane keep assist that we love.
Right. So there's a couple tragic flaws with this system. Number one, we are on the 407. This is a toll road, but we went here because it's perfectly plowed because these are the ideal conditions. In not ideal conditions, earlier today, you couldn't get it to work on the highway.
Yes, it was slushy and it said could not read lanes. Fair enough, whatever. And then I got to the point where it was just wet. And I think that was one of the parts that wasn't on the map that's not supported. It said, I think it said, no information available.
Yeah, okay. Otherwise it says Super Cruise not available due to whatever it is.
Yeah, or lanes not visible. That's what I was getting when it was on a registered part that was slushy, and then the not registered part wasn't. But since you and I have been filming car reviews for 5 years, that highway has been under construction.
The entire time.
In Southern Ontario, you may buy this and your route may be under construction until the next model comes out.
So if you think you want to buy something with Super Cruise, you need to look at your mapping on Cadillac's website and see if it's been pre-mapped and if it's under construction.
Yeah, and take it on a test drive, see if it will work. And if you need to find a car to test drive in the States, tsp.truecar.com.
Discounted price offers.
United States.
Yes. Just find one with Super Cruise so you can test it.
Yeah.
It took us so long to find one with Super Cruise.
And we are still super cruising, no issues. And
this has actually been great.
Why hasn't it hopped in the left lane like I wanted to?
Maybe because we're going so... No, I don't know.
So I think the reason it went into the left lane when I was driving at night was because I was coming up onto cars that were going slower than it wanted to go, and that's why we couldn't get it to do it on the 407. Okay, another thing that acts up with Super Cruise, if you're in an exit lane it will not work.
So go to this exit lane. Let's see what happens. But make sure you don't get off.
I don't think the 407 has like split off exit lanes.
Oh, right here, I think.
I don't think it. Well, let me try.
Okay,
oh,
okay.
Auto lane change. Come on.
Don't change it yourself.
I'm not.
You're too rich for that.
I know. I'm on the 407, bro.
This review is costing us like $50.
So if I get into that lane, it's going to. I believe it's going to cut me off.
Okay.
But I think that's because you're merging onto another highway, so it still understands that. If it was an exit, it wouldn't understand it.
Ah, yes.
Because from highway to highway, it still gets it.
Okay.
Also, it automatically got out of the exit lane when it turned into an exit lane when we were on the 407 later that day that we filmed this review. Okay, I'm gonna auto lane change back.
Back onto the rich people highway.
So another thing that we have in our normal highways, the poor people highways, like the 427.
The normies.
Yeah. For the muggles.
Oh, what's it gonna do here?
Left, it stays left. It stays left on splits, which most...
It knows that it needs to stay on the toll road.
Because you're rich, you're driving an Escalade, and this car is like 130,000 Canadian.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Make sure you go to tsb.truecar.com, discounted price offers on new models. So on the normal highways, there's the Express and Collector in Ontario. So on the Collector, it acts up more than it does on the Express, because I think there's more turning and coming on and off.
That makes sense.
And it decided to not work. My first whole bunch of times using it, it did not want to work for like the first 10 minutes until I got into a fully different highway. It's not working. I'm on the highway. And then later that highway worked. I went at rush hour on the 427 Gardner and Don Valley Parkway, which anyone in Toronto knows is a total pain.
Yep.
And it did great until it stopped for certain sections, and I clicked this button like 1,000 times waiting for it to turn back on, and then it turned back on.
Okay.
My problem is that there's too much that this doesn't work for.
Exactly. There's too many variables that need to line up perfectly for this to work.
At all times.
Yes.
It's ideal if you've tested out the route, they're not going to do construction, and you're happy with that. Like if you're going from London to Guelph.
Yes.
And back and forth all the time, I feel like that highway is not going to get widened for a long time.
Or even like Toronto to Montreal minus the Toronto section.
I'm sure there's like Peterborough. We'll check the map.
Yeah.
Also, the map is pretty low res. I feel like it'd be nicer if it was a little more detailed.
And you even tested it out at night. And how did that do at night?
Night was perfect.
There you go.
It can read the lanes, everything fine at night. Daytime with some rain on the road, it is all good. But if you can't see the lanes, it can't either. And that's why we're on the rich people highway.
And this is called Super Cruise. So it makes sense because cruise control, I personally would not use it on like side roads and stuff like that. I know some people do. My wife really loves that. I wouldn't use it, so it makes sense in my head. And I think if you're traveling across the country, this makes a lot of sense.
Across the country would be pretty cool. But there's the thing, it's like if you've got to take a country road for like 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
It's not like when we visited Chris Fix, we took a lot of weird roads that weren't highways.
Yeah, no.
This would not work, but if I had a Hyundai, it would work.
Right. You'd have to have your hand on the wheel, but it would be very, very good.
And it wouldn't be full highway driving assist. It would be lane keep assist, but lane keep assist still works great.
Yeah.
On those.
RS6. That looks so sick.
Give me some. Okay, I'm going to get off the highway.
Okay.
We're going to get you on there. We might have to hit a little bit of a toll to get on and off again, but it'll be your turn. Here, let's see if it cuts out right here. And come on, Super Cruise.
Unavailable driving in exit lane.
There.
Okay.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But it didn't pull me all the way to the left lane, so hopefully for you it does that.
And now it's technically still on, not Super Cruise, but Cruise.
Adaptive cruise control, but it's got the lane departure assist. That's not the good centering.
All right.
All right, back to it. No Hands Car Reviews.
Boom.com. This is pleasant, Yuri.
Yeah, it's nice.
This is great. Okay, Super Cruise is fantastic from the driver's seat. I can vouch for this now.
Yeah, it's a good system as long as everything is mapped out and you know that system works on those roads. But if it's not, it'll be a little annoying and I would advise something else.
Yeah, and also what I've noticed is since we're driving an Escalade, it's very comfortable.
Oh my God.
It's so pleasant to just be seated here and just be transported places. This feels like the future right now.
Yeah, it
actually does.
This is so luxurious. And then especially seeing it on the screen in front of you is like pretty funny too.
That's really distracting, honestly. Like I probably would never use this. I would just use the regular gauge. I find it so distracting.
Yeah.
There's so much going on.
But it's cool gimmicks. Do we talk about everything that's different on this Cadillac compared to that red Escalade that we drove last year?
Yes, and if you're interested in a full review of the Escalade, definitely check out our previous 2 Escalade videos.
Yeah, we just really wanted to get into Super Cruise. So this one is more of the old man spec. It's dark silver or grayish or blackish.
Gray, yeah.
But it's got a bunch of chrome. And then this has the Radiant package, which gives you bigger chrome wheels instead of matte wheels. We've got a different grille instead of chrome lines that go across, which I think this is like even nicer looking than the Sport package, which was all blacked out stuff.
Yeah, this is great. You get like the blacked out package stuff, but it's not blacked out.
But then you do get a monochrome badge on the front and back, which is also really cool.
Yeah, and it almost looks like their new electric sort of badge-ish.
Yeah, I
like it.
I think this is probably the best looking Escalade. I like having a bit of chrome on it, Escalade.
Yeah.
Compared to the Sport.
I know, I agree, because Escalades, like, they should be luxurious, and they are, but from the outside, chrome is a little bit, maybe we're also getting old.
Yeah, and then you can raise and lower this one, which is pretty cool. You can have like your entry level, whatever, all that kind of stuff.
Because we have air suspension, we have independent rear suspension, like this is a great vehicle.
And for horsepower and torque, should we send it off to our buddy in England?
Yeah, Matt Watson, you tell us what the horsepower and torque is.
It's the 6.2 litre V8. Horsepower and torque! 420 horsepower and 623 newton meters of torque. It's a bit of a shout out to my friends over at TheStraightPipes.
By the way, he didn't actually know that we were using that clip, so tag him on Instagram to tell him to go watch this video.
Yeah, leave a comment. We need that car wow clout. Guys, please. Also, we're filming this in winter, so if you appreciate that, maybe hit a subscribe, hit a thumbs up, because filming in winter's
thumbs
hard.
up. Yeah, please. We did take the cheater route by going on the 407, but we did have to go through like 4 car washes today, so anyways.
Multiple cars. And then with these wheels, they're 22s. What would be the Continental recommended tire for an Escalade?
The ones that we're rolling on and the ones that you took beautiful pictures of, the Ice Contact Extreme.
I would like to point out that the snowflake pattern on the tire looks fantastic. It looks really, really good. Good looking sidewall.
Great looking sidewall. And there's actually a decent amount of sidewall, which is impressive considering we still have 22s.
I legit, no joke, have so much confidence on Continental winter tires. We got them on the Forte as well.
Yeah, the Viking Contact 7s on that one.
Here's a shot of us destroying it with snow from the Cadillac while filming it. I just love the tires.
And generally with the looks of this car, I really, really like how Escalades look. I wasn't too sure in this new generation, like I always did like it, but I love it. I see these on the road compared to the previous generation, and I love seeing them.
Oh yeah, the tall taillights, and it's cool. They like sequentially shut off, and then we've got night lights with like the badge that comes out.
That's sick.
That's cool. Everything about it just looks so great.
It's just, they nailed it. Okay, so now I'm sitting here. Let's talk about this interior just a little bit. There's just so much going on right now. But with Super Cruise, I'm actually quite relaxed. I've got my heated steering wheel on, which is doing absolutely nothing since my hands are in the air. but it's
right.
Nice to have. You know what would be nice? Like Mercedes have? Heated side pods or whatever.
Armrest?
Yeah. Because now I'm Super Cruising, you know.
Okay, yo, I got a fun thing to do, okay?
What's that?
Too Fast, Too Furious me.
Okay. We do not condone this. This is going for a while.
Accept it, bro.
This is like really long.
What the heck?
Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so it's disengaging and it's actually braking me.
Yeah,
like
so you gotta get back on the gas.
That's a bit of a hazard. I wish it wouldn't brake me.
Well, it has to, because it has to slow you down. You might be passed out.
I guess.
It's gonna come to a stop, put on the hazards. But that's the thing about this, is when it cuts off super abruptly. It doesn't say like, Super Cruise ending in 200 meters. Please regain control. I would like it if it gave you a little warning when it knew the area that it was in was ending.
Like my seat vibrated, that's the only reason
Maybe that's the warning, but I don't know if it's instant or you have like 200 meters.
Right.
It'd be nice to know.
Yeah. This is very relaxing to drive this. Well, sit here actually. I'm not even driving.
Okay, if you were listening to music, we have the AKG sound system. It is really, really good. Like, you got speakers in your headrest and everything. And I think we even got some Cadillac earphones a while ago, last time for the last launch.
Oh yeah, I don't even know where those went.
I gave those away. They're a little too hard on my ears.
We got some back here that you can listen to. We got screens back here. The infotainment has wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. I mean, Sirius XM, everything you really want. It rewinds.
The only thing that sucks is that even though we got these cool double screens, the Apple CarPlay isn't super widescreen like in the Ioniq I'm driving right now, but it makes sense because it's curved. But this whole thing looks good. I've got a challenge for you with this infotainment.
Okay.
How do you turn off traction control?
Oh, man. Okay, let's see.
Why are you going there? It's not a hard button?
I don't think it is. I'm just assuming it's not. Settings, vehicle. Oh, this is flashing at me. Ah!
Keep your eyes.
Yeah. Vehicle, Super Cruise lane change, climate. Oh, man. Oh, hang on. There we go. Suspension. No, ride height. I'm going to search.
You can't search while driving. I tried.
Oh, man. I don't remember. Eerie, I don't like the... Oh, no. Hang on. Is it its own thing? No. It keeps flashing at me. I like the warning. Vehicle information. Yes.
There it is.
Found it. Wow.
Weird.
Okay.
Hey, you think it'd be in settings vehicle, not vehicle information.
And I can't turn it off because I'm in Super Cruise.
Yeah, but that makes sense.
Total sense. And I think you also can't use it if you're in teen driver mode, which also makes sense.
Yeah, this is teen driver. I don't know who would let their teenager drive this, but I guess that is a thing.
Yeah.
Drive modes, we've got a bunch of fast ones here. Go click the bottom mode right there.
Oh, sorry, there's
No,
a lot.
below. Hard button.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Tour, Sport, Off-Road, Tow Haul, and My Mode.
And then we can go 4 high, auto, 2. It's good.
Yeah. Overall, it's a great vehicle.
Yeah.
I love Super Cruise when it works.
Yeah.
In the conditions that it's designed to work in, it works flawlessly, I would say.
Yeah. Exactly as advertised, because it's not meant to go in slush, in bad weather and construction. They say that on the website, and that's perfectly fine.
Yep.
But just the normal lane departure isn't perfect.
So should we get to the price?
Hit me with it.
$131,173.
Canadian. It's a lot of money in general, but it has a lot of presence.
Yes, and I think you should definitely option Super Cruise. Hopefully there's no chip shortage that you can't get it or something like that. I think it's a really good system as long as your drive, even if it's not, if you're gonna go up to the cottage or something, well, you still gotta check the mapping and everything.
Oh, we
check the mapping.
We forgot a couple things. Visor test.
Oh yeah.
3, 2, 1. Pass. Okay.
Is that the world's first visor test while super cruising?
Well, properly driving without your hands on the wheel. Okay, small cup is just on the edge. I'd say that's a fail.
Yeah.
And then another thing, how do you turn off your lane departure? Sorry, we're continuing the review. How do you turn off your lane departure assist? Guess.
No, it's gonna be. Is it here?
Nope.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah, behind
I only
the shifter.
knew that because you complained about it.
So hard to find.
Yeah, you can't actually see that. Like I can't even see that from my height or anything.
Okay, we recently drove the Traverse.
Yes.
That was a 3-row GM. This is also a 3-row GM. How much more room do you have back here?
A ton back there. Like my knees aren't in my face thanks to that independent rear suspension. I'm comfortable in the 3rd row in this.
But this isn't the extended one, so we could, if we got the extended one, have even more trunk room behind
Trunk room, yeah, but no more leg room.
But all the seats fold down super quickly and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, and then in this bad weather, I also did notice that this came in handy.
Yes, rear view camera, which is actually very functional.
And it's got really good 360 cameras all the way around. And when it snowed overnight, what'd it do?
Disengaging.
Were you looking away?
Apparently.
Get back. We can't continue the review without.
Exit lane. Not in an exit lane.
Okay, get in the left. Get in the left. Okay. Get in the left lane, one, and maybe it'll automatically pull you into the left lane. We still haven't done that. It still hasn't done that automatically.
No. This is very luxurious, not having to do anything.
Yeah, it's interesting. So we did. Now hop into the passenger. No, I'm kidding. So the car got covered in snow, and I managed to get it out of my driveway with only 360 cameras.
That's good.
And I did remote start it with the key fob, which was free. I didn't have to pay a subscription to do that.
That you know of.
But I ran it for 2 cycles of 15 minutes, which is like super bad for the environment. And it still didn't melt everything off, which I was kind of like disappointed on.
But it's also like freezing cold today. It was like minus 20 this morning.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
So I think that's about it.
Yes.
That's it.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you guys next video.
Let us know where you rank Super Cruise compared to Hyundai Kia Genesis, compared to Tesla, compared to the new Honda.
This is the first like actual hands-off one that I've driven. And
it's pretty interesting.
I'm impressed.
On rich people highways.
Yes.